Let's be honest, banks basically rip you off. And again, this video is about trying to make you more money from your hard-earned money. And I'm going to do a real-time transaction to show you guys exactly how much we get versus how much these guys are offering. Corporations and banks don't want you to be educated. They do not want you to read the tax code. Then I would basically make or save an additional $843.2. But the number one golden rule, I'm going to tell you that the more money you spend, the safer your money is, because the people that you are investing money with, they're investing 4 or 5 times more. So they want to make sure that their money is way more protected than even what you're contemplating in your head. If you are doing any crypto exchanges from your wallet, anything over 10K raises flags. And if you get a non-custodial wallet, then the government doesn't have access to it. So you can move the money back and forth until it actually leaves that wallet and ends up in your bank account. I feel that if you're going to write about the real estate market, you should have at least, say, 3-4 real estate properties in your portfolio. Otherwise, it's looking at other articles and then you're just throwing dirt up in people's faces. Always do your due diligence. And when you do transfer money, always play with a very, very small amount. If you understand anything about money, you're not going to keep that amount of money in your bank account. It's going to be floating around investing, making you more money. So again, it all comes down to the fundamentals of investing, and people unfortunately do not have that. Nobody teaches that in school. That is a huge, huge problem in society. What is up, YouTube and the world? All right, guys, so just got my new microphone here. This is the Mono AUP for 421, I think, if anybody's interested, because I know every time I watch YouTubers, I'm always curious as to like what they're using. But anyway, today's video is going to be pretty short and brief. And again, this video is about trying to make you more money from your hard-earned money. Okay, so we're going to make this short and sweet. So I live in Canada, but this is even for people who live in the States and maybe do business in Canada, and for whatever reason have a need to convert currency from US to Canada or Canada to US. So when it comes to converting currency, of course, most people are going to go to the bank. In Canada, I think we have top 5 or 6 banks basically rip you off. Let's be honest, banks, the old school banks, are there to make money on your fees, and then they take money from your account, and then they invest it, and they earned, anywhere from 8 to probably 12%, and then they just put it back in your account at the end of the month, basically. But it is, of course, subsidized by the government, so your money is safe. I think each bank has a insurance policy of something like, I want to say $1 million. Anyways, of course, hopefully, if you understand anything about money, you're not going to keep that kind of amount of money in your bank account. It's going to be floating around investing, making you more money. But again, I digress. So this website that you guys are seeing in front of me is called Knightsbridge Foreign Exchange Inc. I know it sounds definitely a little kind of, but one of the side businesses that I do is I'm an influencer. So I earn money from the States. I needed to convert essentially the money that I'm earning from my US clients, and I needed to convert that to Canadian. And before I found out about these guys, I would go to the bank. So that was the first year I went to the bank, and I basically just transferred my money from my US account where I deposited the checks coming in from the US clients, and then I converted it in real time to my Canadian account. Of course, they were charging me fees. This is not a regular bank, by the way. I have a business account with TD, and I have a business account with Royal Bank now as well. So anyways, so they just charged me, and I just assumed everything was, all right. And then the more money I started making, the more I started questioning, like what kind of fees are there? So eventually I realized that there was something called there's a money exchange called the Continental Money Exchange, I think. And that was basically like a kiosk inside a mall where if you gave them a check that was certified, they'd be able to give you more money than the bank. So I went and I chose that route for a couple of months. And then again, the harder that I worked, checks kept coming in. And then I was like, okay, it's gotta be a better way. Cause even if it's $100 on every transaction, at the end of the month, you're saving yourself like $300. $300 is a lot of money. Let's be honest. Like that's a lot of utilities that can be paid with that. So then I was Googling, and eventually I found 3 companies. And then this company was, I think, located in Canada, and they had a phone number. So I called them up, and of course, always be suspicious, always be vigilant when it comes to absolutely any new money exchanges, whether it's crypto, whether it's real banks, like Ally Bank, for example. I was also like, do I want to put my money in there, even though they're offering a lot more interest than my bank account? I don't know. It's, anyways, always do your due diligence. And when you do transfer money, always play with a very, very small amount. Like you were talking $500. Even if you have to pay that fee, I 100% telling you, make sure you do it, because you just never know. So this company came on my radar, and I exchanged, I believe it was $1,000 the very first time, and I compared that with what I got from the bank account. And I went and I called up these guys, and the difference was a lot more. So then I was like, okay, I need to try this. So I went ahead and I did a transaction. Of course, I called them up on the phone. There's customer service with these guys. By the way, I'm not getting paid for this. I don't have a link to share with you guys. So I'm just letting you know that this is in fact a very legitimate, well, company, and it's worked for me. They also have a lot of like, there's Reddit groups about this. So, you know, like I felt kind of comfortable after I did my due diligence. In any case, just to finish up this video and show you an actual transaction on my account in real time, because right now, as you guys can see, it's May 16th, 10:57 a.m. and I'm going to do a real-time transaction to show you guys exactly how much we get versus how much these guys are offering. So anyways, so I did my transaction. I called up, I think a gentleman's name was Calvin or something, and then he said on the phone, blah blah blah, fill out these forms. So they essentially give you 2 forms to fill out. It's not digital. That's the only crappy part. And you do need to verify your identity. So I had to present my picture, and I had to verify my driver's license with them, just to make sure to show that it's me. Because obviously, if any amount over $10,000 is submitted to the for verification, I guess, by some sort of a government body. So that's another tip for you guys. If you are doing any crypto exchanges from your wallets and withdrawals or deposits, do not do more than $10,000, because anything over 10K raises flags. So if you want to transact 10,000, only do 9,000. If you want to do 20,000, well, you probably don't want to do 20, but let's just say then do 18,000, and then just split that between 2 days. So on the first day, do 9, and then the second day, do 9. That's not going to raise any questions. Not that you're doing anything wrong with these things. It's just like to avoid having your account blocked for like 2 or 3 or 4 days. This actually happens quite a lot on crypto wallets. If you send money from a wallet that is custodial, if the wallet is custodial, then the government sees everything that's happening, because the duty of that company that's running those online wallets is to provide all the information to the government body, so they know exactly how much people are transacting. But if you get a non-custodial wallet, then the government doesn't have access to it. So you can move the money back and forth until it actually leaves that wallet and ends up in your bank account. The government knows nothing about it, right? Getting back to Knightsbridge, so I verified my identity, and then I filled out the form. So they ask you essentially to get, in my case, it was Tangerine. So they ask for like a void check form or a PAD, which is pre-authorized deposit form. So then it basically provides, you know, the SWIFT number in the States, or the transit number in Canada, your account number, and then your institution number. So those are the details you provide them. You say how much do you want to withdraw from this account, and then you provide the same PAD details what you want the deposit to go into. So again, if you are taking out money from one account, US, and you want to convert it to Canadian, then you need to make sure that you have 2 accounts. The really cool thing is you don't have to do it with the same bank account. So I can take the money, say, from Tangerine, and I can redeposit it to my Royal Bank or my TD, or take the money from my TD and then deposit it to Tangerine or deposit it to Royal Bank. Just remember, they have to have proper USD or Canadian deposit accounts. Anyway, so I did that. It worked out great. So then I just continued doing that. And then today I want to transfer $6,800 for something that I'm purchasing. So I want to go and convert that. Plus today's exchange rate is immensely high. As you guys can see, it's 1.27%. So for every $1 US, I'm actually getting 27 cents additional, which is awesome, especially me being in Canada. So let's do this. So so if I put 1, it says I'm getting $1.27. This, and then so if we put 6,800, then I'm going to get $8,636 today on May 16, 2022. Now, this is the form that I just got verified, because I actually called these guys, and this is what they sent me after I called them up. By the way, the first time you do all this mumbo jumbo with the forms, you're in the system, in their database. So the second time around, you just make a phone call. You say how much you want. I want everything done the same as previous transaction. And then they do everything for you, and they send you the form like within a minute of hanging up on the phone, which is super cool. So anyways, so I did that. And as you can see, they just basically, they hide my information. Otherwise it would display like where it's going, what the transaction information is. And then this is what I'm getting at right here. So exchange sells you $8,720.32. So if we compare that between $8,633, we are going to get a difference of $84.32. And again, this is only on $6,800, right? So if I were to do this, let's just say 6 times, but if I wanted to transact $68,000, so most of the money in my account, then I would basically make or save an additional $843.2 with Knightsbridge versus Tangerine. Now remember, Tangerine is also better than Royal Bank and TD in Canada. So again, you're definitely getting a lot more money if you go with these types of foreign exchange products. Again, I have no affiliate link to give you. This is just for your own benefit. And again, make sure you do your own due diligence to make sure that any money that you move, you're comfortable with. I'm not somebody that's going to tell you what to do. I'm not a licensed anything. Basing everything from my own experience, my own losses. So this is more of a personal experience, hoping that you guys, get what you get from this, and then you make a little extra money or save a little extra money. So that's it for the video. I hope this has been informative. I will be making videos a little faster now about real estate investing, about RRSP in Canada, or the 401k for the folks in the States. I'm also going to be talking about land development deals, how you can buy real estate using RRSP, RESP, or 401k, because there are companies out there that allow you to do that, but you do have to be invited to those companies, because a lot of people tend to, talk and see other people investing, and they have zero fundamentals when it comes to investing, and then they take a loan out, and then the market, let's just say, would crash, and then those people would go back and complain about the company, when in reality, any reputable company will have a contract for you to sign that basically stipulates that no money is guaranteed, that you will not make the money that you're claiming. Even a lot of the joint venture deals that I've done, even though like I do my due diligence, I've made money with them, like even though it says you're going to make, let's just say 30% return, right? If you're going to make 30% return annually, it says up to 30%. And then another company that I have, it says in a contract, you're going to earn up to 22.5% annually, right? So they cannot guarantee it. So they have to put the word up to. If it's any lower, then you're still going to get paid. But a lot of people aren't going to get plain. And if they do, then they could just say, listen, we said it's going to be up to, the market crashed, and therefore you only got 2% versus 22%. So you can't kind of be angry at people. So again, it all comes down to the fundamentals of investing, and people unfortunately do not have that. Nobody teaches that in school. That is a huge, huge problem in society. Corporations and banks don't want you to be educated. They do not want you to be smart. They do not want you to read the tax code. They do not want you to do anything. They just want you to go on Instagram and then like. So you forget about everything else. And then you just complain to your coworkers or whatnot. And then you get taxed up the yin yang. And anyways, I digress once again. But the number one golden rule I'm going to tell you, after about 25 years of investing, I can tell you that the more money you spend, the safer your money is. And the reason for that is because the people that you are investing money with at a large scale, they're invest 4 or 5 times more. So they want to make sure that their money is way more protected than even what you're contemplating in your head. So imagine if you spent $300, whatever the investment is, it's kind of going to be like, oh, okay, well, other people spend 300, so they're not as educated maybe in the market. They're going to hope that they're going to make a little money. So they're not going to do as much due diligence. They're not going to have as much connections in the industry, because that's also very important. But imagine you spend $100,000 or $200,000 or $500,000. The people you are investing with, they're on the next level. Those are the people who influence the governments. Those are the people who influence the real estate markets. Those are the people that influence the influencers. At the end of the day, everybody gets paid down the road. You want this market to move? Okay, let's make a deal on this and this. And then if that happens, then I'm going to go and push this through. And then that's going to increase the prices. And then you have a lot of people who are not investors, and then they're writing articles on the internet telling you, oh, this, and that, even though they have absolutely no credibility. They just kind of trying to stir up controversy on the internet because they're up for traffic to their articles. They're up for views so they can get a promotion at their job. They're not in it because they're giving you personal experience information. I feel that if you're going to write about the real estate market, you should have at least, say, 3-4 real estate properties in your portfolio. Otherwise, it's just you just looking at other articles, and then you're just throwing dirt up in people's faces. But anyways, if you like this video, please click like, share, and definitely subscribe, because I will definitely be posting quite a lot of informative content that is going to be direct content, not fluff, that is actually teaching you how to make money. And there's still lots of money to be made.